cracking with your snack and snacker stars? It's Brandon from the sAs, the Snack Food Appreciation Society, coming at you again on a Friday for Pizza Night. And tonight we got a donation from Stephen T to review on a Frozen Friday edition of Pizza Night and more. Stay tuned. Never fear, Pizza Night is here, so make sure you grab that can of beer because it's Friday night. It's January 15th, 2016. It didn't say anything in their profile about not having legs. Okie dokie. That's a nice looking cat though. And today, inside the ridiculously expensive Brandon Sack 5000, we have something donated by an sAs member, the same sAs member that gave us the Bad Cat calendar this year and last year. It's Stephen T. And let's see what it is inside the Brandon Sack 5000. Shebang on a Frozen Friday. It's from DiGiorno and their Pizzeria line, which we have reviewed one time before. I believe it was their pepperoni with a preservative-free crust, no artificial flavors, all kinds of words in yellow and a weird print. And it is the Supreme Speciale Pizza. And basically that is Italian sausage, premium pepperoni, red and green peppers, and caramelized onions. Let's see what's going on the back. I'm sure they're going to tell us some heating instructions, and indeed they do. They don't even worry about lots of stories or anything back here, but your baking instructions are to preheat and bake at 375. I guess we'll go ahead and keep that particular temperature even though my oven runs hot. Keep pizza frozen while preheating, which I'm not doing. Whoops. Remove pizza from box and freshness wrap. Place pizza directly on center rack. And best results, do not bake on cookie sheet or pizza stone. They want me to bake it for 20 to 22 minutes. It's going to be a lot less than that, I'm sure. Anyway, let me go ahead and get this bad boy out of the box and show you what it looks like. All right, we're back with our look at the DiGiorno Pizzeria line Supreme Speciale Pizza. And I kept it inside the wrap, but you can really see what's going on here. Lots of festive colors, lots of pepperoni right on top. You can see that, and that makes me happy. Then you got your caramelized onions, and you can tell they are caramelized because they are slightly discolored. You got your green peppers, which of course I'm not a fan of, but that is okay. Hopefully everything else will take the blues away. And red pepper there. Supposed to have sausage as well. I think there's some sausage underneath the caramelized onions there. Anyway, this thing looks like a beauty. Let me go ahead and stick it in the oven, and we'll be back in just a minute to see what it looks like after it's baked. Alright gang, Pizza Night is back, and I've got this bad boy out of the oven. Let's take a look at how it turned out. Once again, this is the DiGiorno Pizzeria Speciale Supreme, or Supreme Speciale Pizza, and it said to go for 20 to 22 minutes. I checked it after 13 minutes. It seemed like action was starting to happen. So at that point, I turned off the oven, left it in there for an additional 2 minutes, making 15 minutes. And now let's take a look at how that turned out. As you'll see, there is actual browning on the pepperonis. The cheese appears to be melted fairly well in most areas. And, you know, the vegetables are not burned or anything. You're getting a little bit of dark brownage around the outside of the crust with these little areas here, which may or may not be straight cheese. The actual crust itself, a little bit golden there, but certainly not brown. And taking a look at it from afar once again, let me pick up my spatula and show it to you underneath. Now these things I think, yep, that looks pretty good. These things I think go for somewhere between $5 and $7 depending on your deal at your local grocery store. Again, I got this absolutely FOC that is free of charge from Stephen T. Thanks so much, Stephen. Okay, so let me go ahead and slice this baby up and show you what the 420 slice looks like. All right, now with these DiGiornos, because they're not particularly huge, I generally just do a 4-cut with these. Usually eat about half, you know, at night and then maybe half the next day. Go ahead and pull this bad boy off. Take a look at it. Looks like a fairly typical, DiGiorno crust, not too thin, not too thick. Now, one thing that they seem to have improved about this line of pizzas, the Pizzeria line, is before, when they were going for that artisanal look, it actually really was very uniform looking in terms of its ununiformness or ununiformity or what have you, previously. But now they seem to have made it a little bit more actually ununiform looking, so that's very good. All right, guys, let me go ahead and get ready to sit down, dig into this bad boy, take a bite, and let you know what I think on Pizza Night. All right, gang, I'm back. I want to take a bite of this pizza because I'm really, really hungry. Let me take a look here. Looking really good right here. The sausage seems to be the thing that's the most sparse here. And I'm going to admit I did flick about 2 of the green peppers off when nobody was looking. But anyway, everything else looks really, really colorful and fresh. I love the fact that some of the pepperonis are starting to brown up. That really gets me going. Let me go ahead and take a bite of this bad boy and let you know what I think about it. Alright, guys, I am back, and that pizza is really, really good for a frozen pizza. Really, really good for a DiGiorno. I really think they revamped this crust since the last time I tried a pizzeria style DiGiorno pizza. But let's start from the beginning with the aroma. Now, when you're a kid, especially if you're a child of the 80s like I am, and you did a school assignment particularly well, maybe in 2nd or 3rd or 4th grade, your teacher might give you a little sticker on there. And for a while it was a big trend to get all different kind of stickers, and of course one of the best stickers to get was a scratch and sniff sticker. This pizza smells exactly like the pizza scented scratch and sniff sticker from back in like 2nd or 3rd grade. So it brings me back, guys, it really does. Now, building it from the bottom up, we've got the crust, which I think is the superstar of this pizza, guys. It's chewy, it has a little bit of crispiness on the outer edges, but remains soft on the inside. A little bit of a nice pillow to greet you and help you take a little bit of a nap when you're ready to. But it's a very tasty nap, and other than that, I really dig the flavor of the crust as well. It's got a very, not quite buttery flavor, but I want to compare it almost to like a Townhouse cracker or something like that, but not in a bad way. Just kind of like that little bit of a hint of a flavor. The sauce doesn't seem to be any different than DiGiorno's regular sauce. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. A little sweet, a little savory, fairly basic. The cheese actually turned out really good on this. I wish I had maybe kept the heat on for an additional minute, got a little browning on the cheese, but it melted very, very well. And that turned out for a nice bite of cheese, a little bit of a stretch, and good flavor as well. Not a smokiness or anything like that, a fairly mild creaminess, and I really like that as well. The meat toppings, of course, my favorite topping, pepperoni. This is their standard beef, chicken, pork blend of pepperoni. It's nothing new to see here. Move along. The sausage, which I haven't had that often on a DiGiorno, but I think I did have it perhaps on that create your own or make your own DiGiorno kit. It's okay, not too fennelly, not too sagey, meaty and peppery tasting, let's put it that way. Now let's get to the veggies. We got the peppers, green and red. I didn't taste a huge presence of the green peppers, and for that I'm very thankful. But there was a little bit of that flavor lingering in the background. The red pepper was a little bit sweet and a little bit crunchy, and I like that. And then the caramelized onions, they didn't have any crispness left to them whatsoever, but otherwise they added a nice oniony flavor to the pizza, which I don't mind on pizza, and I don't mind caramelized onions just in general, on a steak sub, on a hamburger, or whatever. I dig those alright. So, putting it all together, this isn't a bad outing for DiGiorno, and particularly since it was free, a tremendous value for me, the BRE. And because of that, I'm going to go ahead and give this bad boy a 7/8 thumbs up. No bias because, Steven gave it to me, but really, really good pizza. I mean, I think this guy knew what he was doing when he picked this one up. So thanks a bunch, Stephen T, for this nearly perfect frozen pizza here tonight on Pizza Night. Thank you for watching. Speaking of Stephen T and the rest of the SAS Snacker Stars, you can be one of them too by going down in the description, below me, not below me, below me. And check out the description. You have a link for the SAS group on Facebook, Snack Food Appreciation Society, growing by leaps and bounds every day. If you haven't joined our group, shame on you. Why haven't you? Also, follow me on Twitter at Brandon Reich SAS and on Instagram as well. Use the hashtag SnackSociety all day, every time you're talking on the Twitter machine or on the Instagrams or anywhere. Just use that handy hashtag and we'll know that you're talking about us, and we'll know, or you'll know that we're talking about you, or vice versa, and our favorite foods as well. And other than that, leave a comment down below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and in the meantime, in between time, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.